right. But then I go on to say something along the effects of, if you were to examine other schools, we may find that that is not the case.
You should also cite that.
I would not cite that, because that is actually an argument I'm making, and it might, if we, when I say we might want to, it's something that we are going to investigate. So I'm laying out an argument here about we are going to investigate this.
Okay, but I guess this paper, we're not doing our own research.
It's an
We're
analysis
only
of other
using
people's
articles.
research, so the assumption is always that it's gonna be from a source. It's never gonna be your opinion.
We're not doing an opinion-based.
I'm not saying
research.
it's not an opinion. So, okay, the way APA works is you are making an argument, okay?
Yes.
Okay. So not every sentence that you state there is going to be an argument that needs to be supported, because some of those are going to be, so you make an assumption, okay? And the assumption is the housing crisis is awful in California, okay? You would probably cite that. But then you're going to say, I'm going to examine blah, 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 blah. That is what you are going to do. So you don't cite that part of it.
Right.
Okay? So I think that's where the confusion
No,
here
we
is.
get that. We
I
wouldn't cite that
understand
part of it.
that.
But let's say you said NDNU is the best school ever, you got it from that source. This is what we're talking about.
Okay.
NDNU is the best school ever, you got that from a scholarly article. You
Correct.
cite it. You're saying the next sentence might have like,
There
NDNU
is
has tons
20
of classes,
students.
teachers, and students.
It's from
You
that
also
same
want us to
article.
cite it there. And that's what we're understanding from you, and that's why we're so trying to clarify,
Well,
because that's incorrect.
When
We're
I
not
looked at,
questioning you just to question.
when I
you.
looked
We're
that up,
saying-
that's what I saw. Okay, I went to APA style. I looked in the.
Really? Because what you sent me, I understood that you were backing up that what we said was
yeah,
correct.
that's what you sent us in week 2
So I was-
email,
that's why
that,
I'm
that Lodi
confused.
was correct that week.
When I read what you sent us, that's what I understood from it.
Huh.
And so I just thought it was
Yeah.
funny that today, when you brought it up, you looked right at her and said, did you see that email? Which was
Yeah.
sent like 3
Yeah,
weeks
because
ago at
the
this
reason
point.
why I've gone to Lodi to
Yeah.
ask for that
Should
is
also be
because
clarified for the whole class.
I am trying to clarify this for the whole class. The reason why I said that to Lodi was not I was trying to pick Lodi out. It was that Lodi this is where the discussion started. So I'm asking you whether or not you saw that or not.
Right, but what you sent is the opposite of what you're saying now. So I think the whole class is probably confused right now what's happening.
I don't think it was the opposite of what I'm saying here.
I mean,
I can
then we
pull
can
it up.
discuss it like adults and maybe.
Well, that's fine. Why don't you pull it up
Just so
and
you know, every professor in this program teaches it the way we're saying. So maybe you should talk to them as well.
well, okay.
It's not like
I'm
we're pulling
honestly
it out of thin
thinking
air.
about reaching out to get, because I think the clarification is needed just for people that are in the program. It's like maybe their first class. They should know how to cite.
I agree with you, and I would appreciate it if you would reach out to Mr. Cox and ask him that specifically. And if he says that's what it is, then we'll go with that, okay? I'm not trying to argue with you
Yeah,
here.
but he's
No,
also
I mean,
not
there
the
are-
creator of APA format. Like, there's the manual, and that actually is also what it says in the manual. It doesn't say cite every sentence. If you include a statistic, if you include something that needs to be backed up, then you cite it.
Okay, I didn't say you need to cite every sentence. I did not say that.
I guess we're confused because I don't know what you're saying when you try to explain it.
Okay.
That's the problem.
What I'm saying is,
And then you're assuming that we're arguing. Like, I don't come here to
Yeah.
argue. I come here to learn.
You have the power in this room. We're just
Yeah.
trying to,
okay, I'm not trying to argue with you, okay? So let's start from the beginning, okay? My understanding of APA is you make a statement, okay? It's a fact-based statement that can be supported by a source, okay? So let me explain to you. When I write, I don't go to an article to find a fact-based statement. I write something, I make a statement, and I look to see whether or not it needs to have a citation or not. I then go look to find an article that I have read that supports that citation. normally what's happened is I have read a numerous number of articles about what I want to put, or what I want to argue, okay? And based upon the knowledge of the cumulative articles, I then need to find a citation that actually specifically talks about this statement here, okay? I would then cite that.
Yes.
Do we understand that?
Yeah,
Okay.
please don't, do
I don't
not
like the way
patronize
you're
us.
even talking to me.
Do not
Like, it's
patronize
very
us,
rude,
please.
actually.
Like, we do understand that. We are not arguing against that part.
Like, everyone here in here is an adult, we're all working professionals, we're equals. You shouldn't talk down to us like that. And love that you-
I don't feel I am
And I
talking.
love that you didn't post the week where we had our little class.
Yeah. the
Where's
video
that
or
video?
the-
I would
the
love to
audio
have
of
that video on YouTube.
You know what? If you don't like it, you can leave.
Yes, I can.
I
Okay.
don't,
But I'm
actually
paying a
don't
lot
like
of
it, but
money
we don't
and
have a
I
choice.
wanna
We're
get my
here, we pay for the
education.
class, we wanna learn,
Okay.
you know? If
I,
we're gonna cover APA, we just want to know that it's being covered correctly. If not, look, we can just do lecture or talk about something else.
Yeah, this is kind of spiraling because I asked a question and you got really frustrated and it's all on tape. I don't know what you're looking to them for. I mean,
you know what? I would really appreciate it if you would leave. I feel you're being destructive.
I refuse.
It's my priority to ask you to
I paid
leave.
like $3,000 for the class. I don't think.
We can stop talking about it, but I refuse to leave.
You know what?
I'm barely saying anything, and you're getting really upset. I refuse to leave. I don't wanna leave. I'm here. We can talk about something else, like I said.
Okay, stop right now.
All right, what are we gonna talk about this class
Yeah.
today? Because we don't need to sit here and
No,
listen
yeah, it's a waste
to
of
both,
time,
yeah.
so.
So let's move on.
All right,
What topic are we gonna discuss besides this?
fine. We are going to talk about diversity today. Can anybody answer those two questions? Does anybody know what diversity is?
Mix of different backgrounds, experiences, cultures.
Okay. Why would it be important?
People have different opinions and different cultures can, make different opinions. So.
Okay. And what else in there too? It's not just opinions. What else do you think is important in there?
Diversity in like the workplace can cultivate more creativity among like ideas.
Right.
Mhm.
So it also has to do with experiences. So we all have different experiences. So I don't want this to come across racist, okay? I'm going to state that first. I'm not trying to single anybody out. Who here considers themselves a white Caucasian? Okay. Who here considers themselves not white Caucasian? Okay.